Or email us on info@lovewradio.co.uk. That's info@LOVEDACEAC radio.co.uk.
Good morning, good morning. Let me clear my throat. Hold on a minute. Sorry about that. Good morning, good morning. Welcome to the Goddess Jazzy Show. How are we this morning? I am fine. I'll tell you why. Today is a week that I flew a plane in Coventry. So let me set you the scene. I finished the radio last week, 10 o'clock, drove straight down to Coventry, went into Costa, had a hot chocolate, sat down, thought about what I was doing. My son kept asking me, am I nervous? I said, no. And then it was that time. So if you want to know exactly step by step how it went, you should go to Goddess Shack podcast, and it's called Air Jazzy. If you go to that link, all of what happened that day, you will hear about, you know. Yeah, it was, all I can say, it was very exciting. I'm glad I done it, and there's something else in the pipeline, but you have to tune in to see what it is. Anyway, I should be expecting a call from a young man from Ghana this morning. So I'll be waiting for him, I guess. So when you're ready, you can call in, my young man, and we can talk about who you are and what you're about. So before I continue and playing my music, have you ever had, I think they say, an ick? Now listen here, I've only been this age once, yeah? Why is it when you're around people older than you, they seem to forget what it was like? So certain things happen when you reach, is it quarter of a century, half a century years old? Yeah. Certain things happen, you know, you go toilet more. And then when you ask someone who's older than you, they automatically say, they don't know. What is it why they can't explain? Because they've been that age before, isn't it? But they don't want to explain. So shout out to the people that don't want to give me a little bit of advice with the journey of aging. Oh dear. Anyway, I've got a nice song from back in the day, yeah, that I really want to play. I heard it yesterday and I said, you know what, I have to play this today. It's by a guy called Guinea Pepper, and it's called Lick the Chalice, and it was just one of those songs that you just kind of rock your head to. So I hope you enjoy it, and here it goes. Yeah, I truly like this song. I don't know, it's just one of them songs that again evokes memories and emotions, you know. So here we go, enjoy. Welcome back to the Goddess Jazzy Show. Oh my God, what a tune. Even though I'm not a smoker, that song just evokes so much memories. I just love the way he can naturally curl in his voice. I think that's what you call it anyway. Yeah, so let me still continue to have my ick about people that are older than me who do not want to express the aging process, you know. Why is that, I wonder? Is it some sort of form of, you know, they themselves are not enjoying their aging days? Sorry, I'm out of breath for that little bit of dancing. Oh my gosh. Let me make myself a bit more comfortable. Yes, why is it? Now for me, if you was to ask me like how things were in my youth, I can just about explain everything to an extent. But I've been asking, you know, people around me, or person around me, what is this? Why does this happen? How comes I feel like that? Do you know the answer? I don't know. I don't know. That's my ick, whatever you want to call it, you know? Yeah. Oh my gosh, that song is just taking it out of me. So as I said, I'm waiting for a young man by the name of TK Minish from Ghana. We spoke yesterday. He said he'll call in so that we can have a talk about his upcoming, he's an upcoming artist. So I'll wait for him to give us a call in. Remember, there's a time difference as well, so you have to bear with him and me, to be honest. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm out of breath. That little piece of dancing just really, you know, knocks me out, as to say. So what else has been happening? So today's a week I flew a plane. Who'd ever think? I never sat down in my youth and said I'll do that, but I'm this kind of person. I'm a Libra, so I'm this type of person that once I put my mind to something, I just do it. I'm not on that long talk of, oh, should I, could I, will I? Nope. Once I've made up my mind, I'm like this. I'll just go and do the deed. Yeah. As long as I feel comfortable, and I like challenges, to be honest. Yeah. And I thought to myself, you know what? This is a big challenge. I've never flown a plane in my life. Every time I travel, I always say thank you to the pilot, and I think to myself, wow, you just take control. Oh yeah, okay, so fair enough. The aeroplane is computerized now, but my one was manual. I tell you that for nothing. And it was funny because the instructor, shout out to Raphael, the instructor said to me, Jenny, when you get into the plane, you'll be flying it. So I'm sitting back thinking, what does he mean? He'll be taking over and showing me how to do this. No, he literally opened the door for me, put the strap on me, and said, we went through like a check of the plane, and then I had to take over. So I couldn't show no fear. Oh my God, I couldn't show no fear because my son was in the airport lounge that they do for you, and I thought he'll be the one filming me and everything. But to be honest, I wasn't fearful. I was more like, wow. But like I said, if you want to know my speak about it, please go to Goddess Shack podcast, and it's called Air Jazzy, where my son has put it all together, interviewing me on how it felt, you know. So shout out to him as well. Shout out to my son, Man Like Shaq, and his new song, which I will be playing at the end of the show. Yeah, I will. But like I said, I've got another stepping stone to do, which I'm not going to disclose now, but nearer to the time, you know. Yeah, you have to do these things. Life's too short. I think the reason as well why I decided to do such a big challenge for myself is because I've lost so many people in my age group and less over age within a year. You know, everyone just went, and I said, you know what, since I'm still here in a great way, let me do something to kind of, I don't know, let me just do something. So that was my something that I done, you know. So if you want to chat with me, you can call me on 07308 895 668. You can call, text or WhatsApp on 07308 895 668. Follow us on Facebook on Love the Beat Radio, on Twitter at Love the Beat Radio, and at Instagram at Love the Beat Radio. So now I want to do some shout outs. Oh my gosh. I want to shout out to Emprikil. He's from Jamaica. He done such a lovely thing, and without me knowing, he put together a jingle for me, and I just want to shout you out. Thank you so much, Emprikil. I hope you're watching. You're from Jamaica, Portmore. and he's an upcoming artist as well, and I just want to give him so much thanks. Thank you ever so much from the bottom of my heart for taking time out to do that. I want to shout out to my brother from another mother, Des. Shout out to Des. Hello, Des. I want to shout out to my beautiful goddaughter, Tasia. Hi, Tasia. Who else I want to shout out? Now I'm going to do shout out. I want to shout out to wonderful, wonderful Irene and her mum. So I can't tell you where we went because you will see. And it was such a phenomenal evening. One thing about Irene Forrester, Myrtle Forrester, she is the business, you know. She's the business. She's not one of these people that, and I'm not just saying it, she's not one of these people that she can tell, you know, sometimes you get your moments where you just can't be bothered with things. It doesn't matter what it is. And she can just tell it and know. And when she knows, she just leaves it. She doesn't press you like some people in your life, just press you. No. So I want to shout out to her. Shout out to her lovely, lovely mum. We had a great time. We met loads of great people and everything else where we were. But like I said, in time, you know where that adventure was as well. Yeah, so that's what's been happening. So I'm going to play another song, and it is called Take Me. No, I'm not going to play that one. I'm going to play this one. It is called Got to Pray by Andrew Slowly in a rubber dub style. Okay. This should be nice. Okay, here we go. Hope you enjoy. Welcome back. Sorry, to the Goddess Jazzy show. That was Andrew Slowly and Got to Pray by Andrew Slowly. Just a nice song to just chirp up this morning. So yesterday, another big thing is yesterday was a year since I was in the National Portrait Gallery. Oh my God, I can't believe it's gone so long, but yet so quick, if that makes sense. So yesterday, the 6th of March, that was the day that it all happened. Yeah, it all happened. Let me walk you down that lane. Oh my gosh. So I was approached by, no, I wasn't really approached by him. I went for an audition in central London where there were thousands, when I tell you thousands of artists and thousands of, you know, actors and actresses, thousands upon thousands, that the streets were actually full up. Yeah, full up. So a great, the actual person, his name is Kehinde Wiley. So he's a famous writer, a famous painter, sorry. Now I'm getting all twisted up here. He's a famous painter. He painted Barack Obama. So he's an African American. He's so lovely. So like I said, there was thousands and thousands of people at this audition. So he saw all of us. And this is my memory of how this all happened. It was just like, wow. I went in and you have to do a monologue. So you have to read something off head or talk about something of your life that you've done, you know. And I remember standing in front of him, just being as I am, you know, and just speaking and everything. You know, he was standing there, which was so good because normally the person, the director, as to say, or the person that wants you isn't normally in that room. So it was a bit different, but it was great. And as I said, I was just being myself and telling him what I'd done for a living and my family background and blah, 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 you know. Fine. He said, okay, you know, came out of the room, left outside the actual building. So walking, I think I took a train that day, yeah. Walking to the train station now, I get a telephone call. So the first thing I said is, because there were young people there, when I tell you proper young musical people, you know, stage school people and everything like that, they were there. So when I got the call, the first thing I said is, it's okay, I understand. I didn't even let the lady the lady explain. I was just like, no, it's okay, you know, don't worry about it, another time. And she said no. And I'm like, huh? She said he wants you. And I was like, what? So mind you, I was at West End, so I had to compose myself about, wants me? Are you for real? That's how I spoke. But when I put down the phone, I was literally like, what? Oh God. So that happened. And what I remember, oh my God, this is the time I wish my neighbours would come out. Because when it was time to travel to Norway, I had to go to Norway. I'd never been to Norway, to such a cold country in my life. Yeah. I'm telling you a bit behind the scenes. I'm allowed to now. He sent a car. It was like a limousine, if I remember. Oh, I can't remember, but I don't think it was a limousine, but it was kind of that kind of, you know. He sent a car to pick me up from my home to the airport. But bearing in mind, it was dark, you know, it wasn't light like this. And I was wishing somebody would come out, you know, a neighbor. You know, they normally come out normally, but that morning, nobody was to be seen. So I was escorted. Oh God, it was just amazing, the experience. I was escorted to the airport. Tickets were already set and everything in my name and everything else. Then I met the other 4 actors and actresses. So I was like the mom, the dad, and 3 children, sorry. And the next minute they escorted us through business class. Now I've never been through business class, I'll tell you that for nothing. And I was like, what? And you know when you're not dressed for that moment, you just kind of dress down. So, because I packed and everything, and I was just kind of dressed down. When they said they escorted us to business class, I was like, what? Is this the life? Still, so I enjoyed myself on that trip. Met the other actors and actresses on the plane. We talked and everything else. It was just such a lovely, 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 best experience of my life. And I remember eating around the table in Norway with Kahende and the production crew. And he said something. He said, "You're gonna be in the gallery," and I was like, yeah, whatever can do. You know, I was like this, you know, because he was like a brother. So he said, "Yeah, I mean it." I'm like, yeah, whatever. And lo and behold, it happened. You know, the first day when I got the call to say it's up, you know, when you just think, oh yeah, just go and see, that's nice type of thing. What's it going to be like? You know, just knowing the unknown. So I went to the National Portrait Gallery. We had a preview first. Jeez, I cried, I drank, I hugged, I danced. I was just like, what? You know, this is just an amazing experience. So shout out to Kahende, shout out to Selassie, who was my hairstylist out there. She's now like a daughter to me, you know. Shout out to her. Shout out to, let me pronounce her name right, Matango. Yeah. Shout out to you, sweet baby. You know, you was just amazing. You young people taught me how to be, because it's another different world, acting, you know. It's a different world, especially if you're not trained in it. But they just held my back. They kept me youthful out there, you know. We were doing like we were dancing on the boat thing. We was on the boat thing, and they started dancing. They said, "Come on, you must join in." I'm like, "You don't know how old I am." But we ended up jesting and dancing and trying to keep warm in the cold, and we laughed, and oh man, what an experience. So that was my anniversary of yesterday of being in the National Portrait Gallery. I think it ran for 6 months. But the greatest thing is every month I was up there. You believe me? Every month I was up there without fail. Even if I was feeling tired, I was up there. I was enjoying every moment, enjoying meeting the people, enjoying hearing what they thought of the actual I can't really say it's a film. It's an immersive experience, but I enjoyed seeing people's faces coming up to me, just everything. I enjoyed it so much. So if you want to, you still can look at it. It's on YouTube, and it's called The Prelude by Kahende Wiley. So it's The Prelude, Prelude, and it's by Kahende, Kehinde Wiley. And those who are arty will know who he is, you know. Yeah, check it out. It's just the best thing. You know, me walking on a mountain of snow. How does that happen? And still having to smile. So that was my anniversary of yesterday. So on that topic now, I'm going to play another song. Let me see what I've got in my archive, as to say. Yeah, I'm going to play this, Thinking Out Loud. So this is originally by Ed Sheeran, but this is by another artist. So let's get into it, and let's hear another version of Thinking Out Loud, yeah? And here we go. Enjoy. Welcome back to the Goddess Jazzy show. I don't know which version I like better. That version is nice and reggae-ish, you know, that's got a nice reggae-ish tone to it. But yeah, that was Thinking Out Loud by various artists actually put together. So like I said, you can follow us on Love the Beat Radio on Facebook, at Love the Beat Radio on Twitter, and at Love the Beat Radio on Instagram. Call us on 07308 895 668. So something more interesting. So it's Mother's Day next week, yeah? So my son's going to be taking me out. And guess what he said? He said, Mum, I've got the tickets, but you have to bring your own stuff. How? So he wants me to be all dressed up, yeah? Yeah, I have to bring my own stuff. No, I'm coming with my empty bag, my lip gloss and my phone. That's it. I'm not coming with anything. So son, if you're listening, you know what your mum needs. Oh, and I want to thank him because I was treated, yeah? I've got a son that treats me very, very well. So I've never bought women's trainers. I always buy men's trainers to wear. So for the first time, I bought a pair, courtesy of my son, of women's trainers. Yes, I did. So I want to say thank you to him for that as well. And thank you for my Mother's Day gift that's coming up. I can't wait. I know what it is. Yeah, and like I said, I won't be bringing anything apart from my bag, my lip gloss and my phone and myself, you know. Yeah, so anyone who's older than me out there, you know, plus past 50, and certain things happen, like you go toilet, why for that still, in case it's a bit offensive, but it isn't why for that, as my son says. You go toilet frequently. You know, I can't even have a sip of drink and I want to go to the toilet. Like I said, persons around me, I've asked, why does this happen? Is it the aging process? And everybody turns a blind eye. They don't understand. Yet, when you're out, they want to say we're the same age. No, we're not. We're not. You know who you are. We're not. You're miles older than me. And you know, because you've been this age before. So help a sister out, for crying out loud, you know. So recently, I went to visit my brother friend's grave. Shout out to Lloyd Clark. It was nice in a way. I don't know if you can actually say going to a grave is nice, but it was, I couldn't find it. This was the thing about it. I could not find where he was. And when I found where he was, you want to hear me in the like, look at you. This is where you're hiding. And I just started bursting out laughing, because if he was here in the flesh, he would have been shaking his head at me, you know, like that. So I want to shout out to his lovely sister. Her name is my name, Jennifer. And I just want to say thank you. Thank you for meeting me at the crematorium that day. It was lovely seeing you and his other sister there. It was lovely, really a lovely little time. We had a little bit of a reminiscence of him, you know. Still in shock again, you know. So that's why I'm trying to do as much things before I myself leave this plane. You know, we don't know what's going to happen. So I want to try and enjoy life. And no doubt he did. Just like my mentor Ade, as well, Ade, and my beautiful, beautiful, beautiful sister friend Jane as well, you know, with her beautiful daughter Tasia, you know. I miss them dearly, you know. Even when I done the plane, I know two of them would have been like expletive, you know, to say the least, you know, expletive with words, but in a good way. You know, when you miss that good energy, that natural good vibe, you know, not the one that people want to know and just be their sake, you know. But yeah, I truly miss these three people from my heart, really, to God. So yeah, that's what's been happening, you know. So I'm looking forward to having a break as well. I'm looking forward, because every so often, for my own mental health and my well-being, I need to be away. I need to, you know, come what may, I need to. Oh yes, before I forget, I want to shout out to lovely Nell. She was my mental health teacher when I done my mental health first aid in Brent, and I want to say thank you for resending me my certificate. Somehow in my email it got lost, I don't know. She sent it out, so thank you so much. Really lovely teacher. Yeah, and everyone who was in class. Tam, I sent you a message and still haven't heard from you. Will and Richard, you know, we done it, and everything else. it was interesting, this type of first aid, because certain things I never knew. It's because not everything you see you think you know. Now I've got a wider understanding on certain aspects of why young people have their feelings they do. So I wanna send a big loving hug to my beautiful niece Ruth, and on her nickname is Rootless, the ROOT-less. I hope she's listening. I just want Auntie wants to send you a big loving hug and to tell you that I love you so much, and that I understand. Yeah, I understand. I do. I understand now, you know. So I just want to say a big love to her, you know. Yeah. So on that note, let's play another song from in my archives. Not really mine, but you know. Let's play this. We're gonna play a song by Will You Heed My Call? And this is by an artist called Bitty McLean. And I hope you enjoy. Here we go. Enjoy. Welcome back to the Goddess Jazzy Show. That was Bitty McLean. Will you heed my call? That's one of the songs from back in the day. You know, it was. I like songs that evoke memories. You know, and that evoked a memory of youthism. Oh my goodness me, I tell you. So another ick that I've got. If I'm saying that word wrong, a young lady. A young person told me, what's my ick? And I said, I don't understand what that means. So she explains what annoys you. Another ick that annoys me. Now, if there's a team of 6 working in a workplace, you've got a manager and the 6 of you are under the manager. Why is it you cannot listen to what the manager is saying to you? When the manager has taught you exactly what to do, why is it after a year or longer you still don't know how to do that job? Especially if it's a simple job. Why can't you be a team and work together? Why must that manager be always stressing out, saying the same thing over and over again? I tell you, I used to be, so in the NHS, if you don't know, I used to work as a nurse and for COPD. So that is chronic obstruction pulmonary diseases. And I was an assistant practitioner. So this is, and hi cuz, nice to see you. Shout out to Chris _ girl problem. Thank you cuz for turning in. I'm losing words. Anyway, yes, I used to be an assistant practitioner in the NHS. So under me was a healthcare assistant. Now, the thing about me in work, if, let's say for instance, I'm just going to throw it out there, but this wasn't part of my job. Let's say we had to restock the cupboard. The health assistant, the healthcare assistant, because that person was under me, had to do it. But because of how I am, I would help. Even though I had that level, I would still help. Do you know, the healthcare assistant, he was a guy. And he used to complain to my next senior manager above me. Oh, Jenny's telling me what to do. So he thought that he could get me to problem. She turned around and she said, shout out to Carol, because I can say it now. She told him, the role Jennifer's got is to be telling you what to do. So again, he didn't like the fact that I was a woman and I had the role that he wanted, but you clearly didn't qualify in it. So what I'm saying is, stop taking people's kindness for weakness. When they're helping you and they're trying to, they're not looking at you like you're just that down there. Try your best to help that person that's helped you, because it gets you nowhere. By A, being jealous of their position, and B, snitching on them. Because at the end of the day, it turned back on my so-called colleague at the time, because what I was doing was right. But again, he didn't like it because I was a woman doing it, and he thought I shouldn't be the assistant practitioner. But I trained for it. I studied for it. I went to university for it. So hey ho, you know. But I'm just saying, in a normal workplace, just try and help each other out. This world is really messed up as it is at the moment. So try and help each other out. Stop giving that burden onto the manager to take, especially if they're a nice one. Because I know now, at my age now, I wouldn't be putting up with it, you know. And if you can't do the job, get out, you know. Nobody wants to hear your problems about what's happening at home and all this and all that. No one wants to go into work to hear that. You're all going for the same thing. Go, work, do. Bye-bye, hello, check out, check in. Simple as that, you know. Yeah. Unfortunately, I can't say that. But I just been told they need a Chris, you know, a Chris Rock thing. But I can't repeat that. But yeah, you know. So you can contact me on 07308 895 668 if you think you can add to what I've just said. If you are a manager or a sub-manager and you've got a team, and that team is not working with you, they're working against you to because they want your position, and you've taught them over and over and over again, and they're still not getting it. It's time for you to step back, leave it to the next level manager to take it on board. Don't take all that problem for yourself, because at the end of the day, that team, if they're not helping you, they obviously want your position. And if you've trained for your position, don't give it away easily, you know. Don't give it away easily at all. Do what you can do, and that's it. Who don't want to listen, give it back. Give that problem back to the CEO or whoever's in charge. I don't know how the makeup is in certain businesses, because it's tiring. It's tiring. The person has to do their work, do the managerial work, still be reteaching you when you should at least know, especially after a certain time. After 3 months, if you don't know that job ain't for you. And if you're going to keep on complaining, leave. Stop going and talking about something, because there's 100,000 people that need a job. And if you're not happy with it, step down, step out, you know, step down and step out. 100%. Yeah. So that was my ick. So managers out there, you're doing a fabulous job. You're doing a fabulous job, managers out there, you know, but don't take it on your shoulders. If nobody's interested in being in your team, go to your next senior level. Leave it to them to deal with, because those are the people that employed them, not you. You just went to do a job and you're not getting it back in return. But don't be doing the team's work, because A, it's not fair, and B, for your mental sanity and your mental health. And the thing is, now I've decided that I don't really want to say mental health, because mental health isn't healthy. You know, it doesn't sound right when you're saying, oh, how's your mental health? Does that mean your mental is healthy? No, I think we should rephrase that. You know, I'd have to think of a different connotation how to say it without it being offensive and without it being triggering as well, you know. But just, yeah. So that's my ick. Not for today. There may be more to come. But call me on 07308895668. Follow us on Love the Beat Radio on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Love the Beat Radio. 07308. Somebody please ring in 895668. You know, and let's have a natter. Let's have a conversation. You know, let's have a conversation. Oh yes, let me keep shouting out again. I'm gonna shout out to Tipper Irie for coming on a few months ago. Thank you. You made my dream come true. Oh my God, who'd ever think I'd meet you in the flesh? I used to dance to your music back in the day when you were on Top of the Pops. Oh my God. Do you know, when he came, I could have stopped holding him. Yeah, it might be inappropriate, but I could not stop holding him. He was like my Michael Jackson. I don't care. Yeah. And that's why we have to appreciate our legends and our people, man, and give them that thanks. So I want to say thank you so much, Tipper Irie. It was a blessing to have you in here. Thank you for Johan for coming in and playing your violin. Oh my gosh, that again was another blessing. Thank you so much for taking time out. Again, I just want to say thank you to every single person that's come on the show, traveled far, woken up early. Thank you for Peter as well. Shout out to Peter. He shouted me out the other day. Peter is one of my guests who went through abuse in the care system. So I want to say thank you to him as well for traveling so far and coming in and telling me that he enjoyed coming in, even just to get out of your surroundings, you know. So we will be seeing him soon enough, you know. Thank you so much, everybody, from traveling from Birmingham on the train. Thank you for Black Barbie. Oh my gosh, thank you so much, darling, for traveling that day. Wow, you know. You really made my day. I'm ever so grateful, honest to God. And again, thank you for sharing your stories and your journey, and knowing that this is a safe place when you come here. There's never going to be any judgment. We'll just conversate, you know. We'll laugh. We'll probably cry together, but it doesn't matter, you know. I just want you to feel always comfortable when you come on the Goddess Jazzy Show. Yeah. So before the news comes on, let me choose another song. Yes, I think I'm going to play New Edition. I know it's a bit of a mix and a match, but that's how I am. And this is called With You All the Way. This was in 1985. I won't even tell you how old I was, but I'll tell you something for nothing. I was in school. So there, work it out, work the maths out, you know. Yeah, so here we go. This is called, again, it's called New Edition. New Edition had what's he called? Bobby Brown in there. So here we go, and enjoy. Welcome back to the Goddess Jazzy Show. That was New Edition with you all the way back in 1985. My goodness, how many years is that? Who's good at maths? Oh gosh, I'm going to start with another ick and then the news will come on. And after that, I'm going to continue with that ick. So let me give you a little bit of a taster. One of the icks I don't like. And by the way, it's my son's birthday this month. And that ick will be there. You know what that ick is? When it's somebody's birthday, it's about them. The ick I don't like is when people around think it's about them. No. No. That ick that I have is when people trying to invest on that birthday when it's not your day. You know what I mean? Your day can be the next day or next week. It's not about you. It's about that birthday person. And that's my ick that I have to always, when I'm around people, I have to let them know. Today is his birthday. Please, can we concentrate on that day or his solar return? You know? Yeah. Oh, lovely. 1 second. Welcome. Let me just put so I've got a guest that's rang in. 1 second. Hold on. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Great. I'm going on the in the news in the 3 minutes, so I hope you'll be able to come back after that. So anyway, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I was talking about icks.
Okay, what's the subject?
Birthday icks. Yes, I don't like when it's someone's birthday that people to invest on that day when it's that person's birthday. So that's my biggest ick problem. I don't like it, and I will always stand up for it.
You feel like someone's taken away from someone's
yes,
day because they want the attention.
They want the attention. So I'm talking about it today, that when it's your birthday, it's yours. I don't want to hear about Tom, Sally, John, whoever's day. That day is dedicated to you because that's your solar return day. You know, so
why do you think that is?
I think there's something that they always want to hear their own voice, and obviously they haven't had the attention. That's what I believe. The people have not had their attention, so they want to invest on that person's day, and it's the biggest ick of my life. It's been like that from my youth, to be honest. I just don't like it. It icks me off. Is that the right wording? Ick.
It's just annoying.
Yeah, annoying. Yeah, it is very.
It's like, what's understood don't need to be said.
That's right.
Understand that it's my birthday.
It's my birthday.
It's
why
my
must you be invested in talking about you've done this or that? No, let's talk about the birthday person's day. You know, and I find people find it so difficult that they want to be seen and heard. It's nothing about you. You know.
Exactly. There's no I in me.
Yeah. I like that. Oh,
that's what people don't understand.
Yeah, that's right.
I feel like you said, people just crave attention.
Yes, and even that special day is your day. They still want to take that day away. You know, and it's not in my.
It's almost like they haven't got birthday themselves.
Yeah.
It's almost like I'm gonna rain on your parade.
Yes, exactly. So I'm gonna ask you to ring back because the news is coming on in 1 minute. Will you ring back?
Yeah, I will.
In 5 minutes. Okay, then I'll speak to you after. Thanks again. Speak to you then. Bye. So the news will be coming on shortly, peeps, and then my caller will ring back and we will go on about the ick that really irritates me.
The new Host Restaurant and Cocktail Bar opens its doors for breakfast at 159 High Street 10, SE20, 7DS, High Jersey. Support by Cat at SE6 4SM from 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. Monday to Sunday. A delicious array of American soul food, authentic Caribbean dishes, and scrumptious seafood. Plus a selection of the tastiest cocktails. And our live DJs on rotation at Good Fridays and Super Saturdays. Further reservations for party at 40208. Time to look forward to getting away, to shouting and screaming and hanging on to realize. The thing is all mixed fear, that there won't be enough alone. It's time to break free and just be numb. Start opening, identify. This is family. Hello, my friend. Yes, sure. My brother, how are you today? Great. How is it now? Okay. Well, I'm Godessjazzy. Great. Because whatever you want, you can. John, we deliver to your crib. Paris. Bunker. We got it. What's up, y'all? It's Mr. Samina. How are you here? Yo, this is Jazzy. What's up, people? It's cool to be here.
Welcome back to the Goddess Jazzy show. Thank you for the caller that rang in. Oh my God, he himself was understanding about my icks that I don't like. You know what I mean? It's so, and he said something really interesting. I hope he rings back. Caller, please, can you ring back? He was saying, it's as though they don't have their own birthdays. You know, why don't they make a fuss on their own day? I just find people like to, we use the word, inner. Yeah. That's a back in the day word, you know. Right, here's my caller again. Hello, caller, how are you?
I'm good.
Yes.
I'm great.
Thank you for joining me. Nobody joined me this morning, so thank you for joining me. I'm so grateful. So as I was saying, icks on birthdays. Why is it a necessity for people to be inner, as we call it? I used to say that word back in the day, inner, on that day, the one day.
I feel like a lot of people, maybe it stems from childhood.
Yeah.
They never got the attention that they deserve, or they felt they needed. So now, and it could be a form of jealousy. It could be a form of, why are you getting celebrated?
Yeah.
Just because it's your birthday.
Yeah.
When I've been working hard and no one's patting my back.
Gosh. I don't know. I wish the word jealousy never was made. I wish people didn't have those thoughts, because it's just it's
Could be jealousy, could be
envy. Yeah, envy
it
on
could
the.
just be straight. I feel like I deserve the attention, not you, because I don't respect you.
Ah,
There
okay.
could be lack of respect.
Wow. Well, I'm gonna always make it my duty on my son's birthday that you abide by the rules of I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to hear.
That's the only way.
You know, and if you don't say it, they will still become with their problem. I don't want to. I made that duty on one of his birthdays when I made sure the family didn't speak about their problems, what they done yesterday, what they had for dinner. It's one day that you've had a solar return that, you know, we need to celebrate. I don't want to hear about you doing this, about your hair. I don't want to hear it because I will just switch off, you know.
What's the best way to deal with an ick like that?
Let them know. Let people around you, if they're celebrating that day, let them know straight.
Set boundaries.
Yeah, set the boundaries and say, listen, can we please refrain from hearing your story? And listen, if you're going to talk about a story, talk about when that person was a baby, or, you know, let's talk about their life story for that day.
Funny story.
Yeah, but make sure it's about that
memory.
person's birthday, that person who's celebrating's day. Too much people like to come in.
My back hurts.
Yeah, I don't want to hear about your
Need to pay
problems,
my bill,
your
my
needs, your
rent, I couldn't
bills,
afford rent this
you know,
month.
and that you've got a headache and you can't, and you're not used to being around people. I don't want to hear it because I switch off, and then I get annoyed. Yeah, this Libra can get
Set
annoyed.
boundaries.
Yes,
Keep it like that.
keep it at that. Set the boundaries, and if they don't hear, they don't get invited back again. Simple as that. You know.
Simple. What other icks have been worrying you of recent?
The ick of managerial.
Ick of the day.
The ick of the day. Let me write that down. The ick of the day. The ick of the day was managerial positions. It's not easy. It's not easy being a manager. I gave a story of when I was an assistant practitioner in the NHS and my colleague hated it because he was a man, I was a woman, and he didn't like it. He didn't like to be told. And I wasn't rude telling him. It was just that the job had to be done. And like I said, if it was to do the toilets, I would have joined in to do the toilets, even though that wasn't the job, you know. But he didn't like me telling him that because he was my assistant. He was the healthcare assistant. So I'm on a different level. I was on a grade more than him. And that was my duty for him to help me, assist me. And he moaned to the main manageress. And she came back to him and said, it's Jenny's duty to tell you what to do because of her banding. You know, he hated it. He hated it, you know. But I didn't care because that's what I studied for and I went to university for. He obviously didn't. So you can't do the job I'm doing. And otherwise, if you could, they would have picked you, you know.
Do you think that stems from jealousy once again?
Definitely. And clashing of female and male. Back in the day, it was female and male. So he didn't like the fact that a woman... and there was a bit of racism in it as well, to be honest. And this is a different type of racism. It was black racism, if I could say it like that. Yeah. Because of me being West Indian and him being African, he did not like it. He did not like it.
There's always been that divide.
Yeah. He didn't like it one bit. He hated it. He pretended to smile. But I just got on with the job. And then I lost the respect by helping him because you didn't appreciate me coming down from my level to help you. So, you know.
Yeah. Where do you think is that sweet spot, that balance to respecting someone that you work with, but also having to be their superior?
The balance.
How do you think you have to manage
both of
How
it?
do you manage that?
I think
that area.
You have to. Yeah, go on.
Because you respect the person that you work with.
Yes.
But at the same time, you've got a duty.
Yeah.
To actually delegate responsibility for them.
Yes. Again,
so
you set boundaries.
They feel too comfortable.
Yeah.
Because you're friendly with them and you're mutually friendly and friends with them.
Yes.
How do you find that perfect balance?
You set
because you don't want to say anything too harsh because you might end the relationship.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you've got a job to do.
And the thing is, if they're not respecting the boundaries of that, then they need to, one of the two has to go. So maybe the friendship will have to go because you've given them as much as you can and they're still stepping over and taking the mick, as I call it. It's enough.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think anybody should be in that position where they have to take on that load. And if the person doesn't want to do the job, there's 1,001 people that will do it, you know.
Yeah.
Don't take people's kindness for weakness, and especially when you're a manager, you know, especially when you're a nice manager, because then they'll see the other side of you, you know. And like I said, I used myself, my colleague, he saw the bad side of me, because I said, I'm not going to help you. You'll do everything on your own. Exactly how your job description told you, you do it on your own. I won't be helping. I'll just stick to what I was doing. And I won't be helping you how I was along the way. And he soon bucked up. Then they soon will realise the respect and come back and sort of, not say sorry, but show their sorries. Yeah. Because a long time after I finished in that position, he kind of said sorry in a roundabout way. But he was honest, because he said he didn't like it, because he said he should have got it. And even still to this day, I laugh my head off, because how was you supposed to get it if you didn't study for it, you know? But don't give somebody what you've got freely, you know. If you've worked hard for that position, don't give it to them, because at the end of the day, somebody wants your position, and that's why they behave like that as well, you know. They want your position, because I think after like I said, after 3 months, if you don't know that job inside out, then go to your next level manager and let them deal with it, because they employed them. You didn't, you know. If you look at it like that.
I think the only thing is, I understand what you're saying. I think the only issue is when the next level managers are doing nothing.
Yeah.
That's when it's a big problem.
But that's
because all the onus is on that person.
On that person. But if you take it,
one manager.
But you keep on giving it to them. Do you see what I mean? You keep on, you don't take it on board. Because once you take it on board, then it will be your problem, an issue to deal with. You keep throwing it at them. They don't want anything, you keep throwing it on them, because they're going to have to open that door. You know, it's their duty of care to do it. You keep pushing it on them. You keep pushing it. You don't give up on that, you know. Just like my ex-colleague, he kept pushing it on my senior, and she kept pushing it on him that Jenny's right to you know. So you keep pushing it on them, you know. You keep pushing it on them. Don't take it on. I will not take on somebody else's headache. And if I've taught you from day one and you still haven't got the crux of that job, I'm giving it to the next level manager. And if they're not opening the door, I'll make you open the door. I keep send you there, send you there, send you there, till they have to open the door. You know, the moment the moment you keep on taking, they'll keep on using you to be that So just keep handing it back to where they got it from, because it wasn't you that employed them. You just got the position of being, that person has got the position of being the manager, and that's all it is for you. Anything else is for them, you know. And those who will be taking the Mickey, they will see what Mickey looks like, and it ain't like Mickey and Mouse.
Any other icks?
So I had the birthday ick, the manager ick. Have I done the jealousy ick? Oh gosh.
I think that all ties in.
It all ties in with it, and it always comes back to it. So I need Remus. Remus, where are you? I need relationship ick.
Have I got any icks?
Have you got any icks?
People.
Yeah.
I think my only ick recently
is
possibly people entitlement.
Oh, entitlement.
I think that kind of ties into.
Okay, so give me a little bit more.
Managers and whatnot.
Give me a little bit more with entitlement.
More than they give.
Oh.
I think that's another ick.
Wow, that might have to
Who
be.
do you think you are? And I'm not putting no one down.
Yeah.
But hypothetically speaking,
yeah.
Who do you think you are to ask for what you're asking for when you gave nothing in return?
I like it. There's so many people out there that expect everything on a plate.
Yeah,
they don't want to work for nothing.
Where is this coming from?
Yeah.
Why do you feel this way?
Yeah.
Like, I understand we could trace it back to tens of 20s, 30s of years ago.
Yeah.
When there was like oppression and whatnot. I understand it could stem back from that.
Yeah.
But at a certain point, you need to be realistic of the position you play in your life.
Yes, I like it.
You can't go to the bank and act like a bank manager.
Yeah, no.
You need to know your position.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're a customer. I'm the owner.
Yeah.
There needs to be some kind of respect within that middle area. that don't come to me, and I'm not speaking specifically for me, I'm speaking in general.
In general, yes.
Don't come to a bank expecting to buy a chocolate bar. The bank is not a retail shop. You go there for one reason only. Why are you going there?
Yeah.
And saying, oh, why can't I have a chocolate bar? Some other banks gave me a chocolate bar.
Ah, now I see. Yeah, be grateful for the one that you got. Why you still keep coming back for more?
For what you got from where you got it. Don't come with that same energy and hype.
Yes.
In my bank. It makes no sense, but entitled people, that gives me the ick.
That gives you the ick.
I don't feel like, I don't have that energy, that entitlement energy on me.
Yeah.
I appreciate every moment and every area and every aspect and everything I'm involved in.
Yeah.
And I play my position equally. If anything, I play less of my position because I respect the area that I'm involved in.
Yes.
So when people that actually contribute nothing feel like they know the most,
that's an ick and a half, isn't it?
That burns the heart.
That's a capital ick. The ick of the day is that entitlement. I have to write that one down. Entitlement. Who do you think you are?
Not to be disrespectful to no one or put anyone down.
Yeah. Stop feeling that you're entitled. Yeah. If you are not giving anything, do not expect nothing back. You know, who do you think you are?
That's it. It's not a thing where you give to receive.
No. But just have a little bit of consideration. Have a little bit.
And not give nothing back.
Yeah. And when you say no, then they get upset and vex and everything else. No, it's enough.
And I've witnessed that.
Yeah.
I've witnessed that many and many a time. They want to hop on past.
Yeah.
You could say yes 1,000 times.
Yeah.
But the one time you say no, that's when there's chaos.
And it's normally big people. I'm going to bring it up. It's normally the elders, which is quite, it's really a sad time because we're supposed to be teaching our young people the ways of life and what we know. And it's the elders that are behaving like prats. I'm sorry, I said it. Yeah, they're behaving like spoiled children, you know. You're in your 50s, you're in your 60s, and you're behaving like a child. Come on, man. Try and teach our young people something so they can go and
teach us better.
Yeah.
You claim that you've got wisdom and knowledge and you've been on the earth longer than us.
Yeah. Try your best.
What you need to do is pass that wisdom on.
Yep. Instead of passing your childish behaviours.
Yeah. And then you're harbouring this resentment on the young people.
Yeah.
Because you expect us to know what you never taught us.
Mm-hmm. Say it for the people in the back that didn't hear. The thing is,
you expect us to know what you didn't teach us.
And that goes because that's attention seeking in my and in my understanding, that's attention seeking from the elder. You know, you've had your time. Earlier when I was talking about being, is it half a century years old? Yeah, half a century and a bit years old for myself.
Okay.
And asking people who are older than me, so that's people in their 60s, what is it like to age? Because certain things like now you go toilet frequently. What does it mean? Is that normal?
Yeah.
And the first thing I get is, I don't know. Remember, you've been that age, but you don't want to say. What is it? Are you scared of aging? I'm not scared of aging. I just want to know the procedure of how it is because you've been there. You know, yeah, of course. You know, 100%. But the people or person, I just want to know, is that normal that this happens? Is it normal if I get extra hair under my chin? Whatever, you know, tell me because you've had it. Oh no, I don't know. Yeah, if we're out together, we're the same age. No, we're not. We are not. We are not. That's another ick. People that pretend to be my age. No. When they're more than no.
They're trying to hold on to their youth.
Yeah, I'm holding on to my own youthism, and I don't need no one to hold it on with me, if you don't mind. So elders out there, try and teach our youth some wisdom. Stop holding silly.
It's not like we don't respect you. A lot of older people feel like the young people don't respect them.
Yeah.
We respect you, but we only respect you when you give us something to respect.
Yes, I like that. So I'm saying it, and I'm saying it on the radio now. Elders out there, stop with your huffing and puffing. Grow up and teach our young people something that they can hold, like some sort of wisdom. Teach them something from back in the day. You know, teach them how to make a fire if you must. But stop the huffing and puffing. You're big, and as my family say, you're big and ugly enough to know different. You know, to know better. Yeah.
Amen.
So that was another ick. Elders, behave yourself. Yeah, you don't need to be huffing and puffy. Stop. The young people are our future, and everything else.
The best thing, it's not even an age thing.
No.
The best thing is just work together.
Yes.
If
Be a
there's something
team.
you don't know, teach.
Teach.
If there's something you want to know, learn.
Yes, I like it. If they say it again for the people in the back that can't hear.
If there's something you know, teach. If there's something you don't know, learn.
And if there's something you want to know, ask a young person. I do.
Ask. But there's a lot of people that they're stuck in their ways.
Yeah.
They don't know how to adapt. They don't know how to be vulnerable.
Yes, and transparent
And
as well.
transparent. Because they grew up being very secretive.
Yes.
And not saying too much. Because that's how they grew up.
Yeah.
We understand that. But you need to read the room.
Read
Not
the
everyone
room.
thinks the same way as you. You have to be mindful to the fact not everyone feels the same way you do.
Yes.
So unfortunately, you're going to have to bend your way of thinking
Yes.
and mold your thoughts towards someone who doesn't share the same ideology you do.
I
You
like
can't
it.
just say it's my way or the highway.
You heard it here. My caller has said what they've said, and we now need to take heed. You know.
And I love everyone.
Yeah.
I'm not saying this to bash on no one. I love everyone.
But what he's truly
I'm
saying
just
is,
stating the fact.
yes.
That does happen.
Yeah. And you need to air it out so that people will understand what it is. And hopefully they'll have the ears to hear and the eyes to see, because it's enough. You can't be at a certain age and still huffing and puffing from a young person, especially if the young person is coming correct. Come on now. You know, I appreciate any young person that comes to me with any good form. Like I said, the young lady taught me about the ick. And she asked me, do I know about it? And I thought, oh, that's a bit naughty. And she said, no, it doesn't mean that. That's how far my brain went, you know. She said, no, things that bother you.
And look what happened when you asked, what does that mean?
Yes.
You got taught.
Yes. And it was great.
Now,
She
if
taught
you
me.
said, I don't want to hear what the ick is,
Nah.
I guess you'll never know.
Me, I'm glad for the ick that you told me the ick. I think her name was Emma. Thank you, Emma, for teaching me about the ick. And you went in great detail, you know. You didn't think I was too old enough not to know. And that was the greatest. She didn't patronize me and think, oh, you're a bit old to know. She just said it and broke it down, and it's, yeah. So please listen to young people out there. Young people have got a lot to say and a lot of learning we can ourselves learn. I love learning from a young person, because certain things they do, I don't know. I'm just like, oh, okay, it's like that, is it?
And vice versa.
Yeah, and that's how it should
There are
be.
things we don't know.
Yeah, and I'm willing. I'm willing to share all that I know, you know, without no judgment and everything else. So the elder over me, come and share what it's like to age. I'm begging you, stop holding
and
it
it
back.
goes back to respect again.
Yeah, why are you in such a tizzle?
On both sides,
Yeah.
the people and the younger people.
Yeah,
I'm not going to listen to you if I don't respect you.
that's right.
I'm just going to think whatever you say is waffle.
What was that word, wobble?
You, say that again?
Did you say what you think is wobble?
Waffle, well, like,
Oh, waffle. Let me write that down, because you know the old brain. Waffle. Lordy.
Yeah, so, like, I'm not going to want to listen to you just preaching
Yes.
when you're not practicing what you preach.
That's another thing people do. They like to go on. Again, what my tutor taught me that day, don't be so absorbing to the what if people. Why don't you do this? Why don't you know then why don't you do people? You need to stand
You know
away
why they
from
do
them.
that? Because they project what they can't do.
What they can't do. I like that.
So they
Projection.
feel like if I tell you what I really want to do and I try and implement that on you,
Yes.
then that will make me feel better for not doing it myself.
I sometimes think people have got such a lot of time on their hands to have this calculated mind. Honestly, I have to sit down and wonder to myself, do you have this amount of time? Like I said, shout out to my tutor, Nell, who said it. Have you ever come across those people? And I said to myself, even through my childhood, why don't you do this? Why don't everything was why don't you? But yeah, why don't you do it? I've never saw you doing any of what you're telling me to do, but you expect me to know how to do. Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense.
I know a few people that
God.
they say you should be doing this.
Yeah.
Do it like this. But I don't see you trying to do it like this.
But they never seem to sing your praise of the things that you do.
Exactly.
How about that? How
That's
people?
because they're insecure. They're insecure in their abilities.
Yeah. And they don't want to see.
Very,
Yeah, go ahead.
They don't want to try.
Yeah.
So they feel like the only thing I can do is talk. Because I have no other ability to carry out what I'm trying to tell you to do.
And sometimes you just must, like I said in we were asked in our training, what's the most valuable and important thing to do? And I tell you, you won't believe it, is to listen. But not just listen for listen's sake, listen with intent. So when you listen with intent, it's easier for you to speak. It's easier for you to conversate. If you're just listening, I hear you, I hear you. No, you'll never hear. But if you listen with intent, every earthly little thing, you'll be able to speak more freely and understand what you're talking about, basically. Yeah.
There's a large amount of people that listen just to respond.
Yes, that's the one.
They don't listen to actually, for listening's sake.
Yeah.
They don't listen to learn. They listen
just to talk back.
To react.
Yep. And it's not everything you have to talk. Just listen. What is it? And another ick of mine is someone that doesn't listen. When you're having a conversation and their talk, like you said, is waffle, and you think to yourself, where does that go? When you ask that direct question, what does that mean? Where does that go? There's no answer. It's just still more talking. So don't just talk for talk's sake. Make sure you talk and there's a reason for it and there's something that comes out of it. Positive, possibly, preferably, actually. Something positive out of the talk. You talk, and all now I'm still lost. It doesn't make sense, you know. And that's for again, because I'm an elder, that is for our elders. They love to just talk, but they don't want to bounce you up where you've got to or what you've done. You know, how about talking about the achievements? Talk about the achievements that someone's done. Instead, you want to bash it. You want to bash this. You want to bash that. Oh, they shouldn't do this. Why shouldn't they do it? Especially if the outcome is good. It's too much.
Jealousy, a lot of jealousy.
Too much. And I don't know how.
The world won't go to how you want it to go unless you listen and you learn and you act.
That's right. Listen, learn, and act. Let me write that down. Listen.
That's what you need to do.
Learn.
Three main things. Listen, learn, and act on what you've learned.
Oh, and
then the world
act.
will be a better place. Your world will be a better place.
Act on what?
I understand there's a lot of things going on.
Yeah.
Like government-wise, social-wise, everything.
Yeah.
You're not making it any easier.
No.
By being in your own little bubble.
Yeah. And thinking that you're always right.
Thinking you know everything.
Yeah.
No.
Share your rights then. If you're so right, share it. Share it to a young person. When a young person's asking you something, it's them, they're craving for that information. It's not that they're being funny or anything. It's because they're craving for that information to know, do I try it this way? Instead of just talking and yet you still can't put a solid answer down. Then don't bother talk. Keep quiet. And too many people...
I will say this though.
Yeah, go ahead.
There can be a flip side to that. The flip side would be someone who keeps on asking questions, but they're not learning from what you're telling them.
Yeah, and that's me. I'm one of those. I have to ask until you really break it down.
When does it stop? How many times does one have to keep telling you the exact same thing, but you're still not grasping?
Yes, because my head is not so like it used to be. So I'm going to have to keep asking till I get it. And I'm like, okay, that's what you meant. Sometimes we have to try.
Eventually you'll become a nuisance. And that's where this problem starts, where the whole annoyance.
Oh my gosh. So what you're saying is, once I'm told once, I should run with it. Basically, don't bother ask.
No, you need to ask, but you need to make an effort to want to learn.
Yeah. Make that effort.
Asking the question.
Yeah.
But you need to actually want to know.
Yeah.
Don't ask just for asking.
Asking say. So research, after you've given me that answer, I should research it and find out more about it. Yes, I agree with that.
Yeah. Don't ask me how to change a tire. and I tell you how to change a tire, then the same next week, oh, how do you change a tire again? I already told you.
That means you weren't taking
notes.
notes. Yeah.
Simplify it as much as I can to let you know this is what you do.
Yes.
But you're still not That's another thing.
Yeah.
Listening is all good.
Yeah.
But it's all about comprehension.
Oh, let me write that one down and all. Comprehension.
Comprehension is a major key.
Okay.
In communication.
In communication.
So you could talk to someone, you could have a great conversation.
Yes.
But it all depends on how they comprehend that.
So how they take it in. Is that okay?
On how they take it in. Because you could be surface level. You could be a surface level listener. Like you said earlier, where all you do is agree. When you're in a conversation, all you do is say, "Yeah, I hear you. I hear that. I get what you're saying."
Yeah.
But no, you really don't. And a lot of people are too insecure.
Yes.
To say that I don't know something. They feel like that diminishes their character.
Yes. So that's where the vulnerability comes in. They don't know how to be vulnerable.
People are scared to be vulnerable.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, I understand why.
Yeah.
Because if you get shamed, there's a lot of downsides to being vulnerable. But once you own who you are, people have to respect that. And people treat you accordingly.
Interesting.
Once you own that I'm not a very good learner.
Yes.
If you tell me that straight up, like you could tell me this, but it takes me longer than the average person to learn maths.
Yes. At least then you'll know. You have a heads up and you know how to adjust accordingly.
How to treat you accordingly.
Yeah.
But if you don't do that and you tell me that you're very good at everything, I'm going to treat you like you're very good at everything.
Why for that still?
Why for that? Yeah. So,
wow, yeah.
For everyone listening out there,
yes.
Just
be honest. If you can't do anything, be honest, say it, get it over and done with and get on with it. Because day after day, you can't be being told the same thing that you're supposed to do every day, especially in the working practice, and you still don't know how to do it. Come on. Now you're taking the mick. I'd like to say something more stronger than that, but you are taking the mick. You're taking somebody's kindness for weakness now. And it's enough. You know? It's enough.
I understand you may not like the work or the workplace or the work surrounding that you're at.
Yeah.
But realize when you don't do what's supposed to be done, you're making it hard on your colleague.
Yep.
So we understand you don't respect the job, but now it shows that you're disrespecting the
colleagues.
You're making the colleague have to do more than they're supposed to.
To fill in your
getting your pay when you mess up.
Yeah.
You still get paid.
So have respect. Otherwise, one of the two has to go. So it's either the friendship will have to go, which is a definite, and you're just keeping your work because the two of them can't bounce together. Because if you're not respecting me in this work form, then our friendship will have to go. Ta-da! You know, ta-da! Goodbye, abiento, and all that. You know, enough's enough. Enough is enough. You know, you can't keep. No, you can't keep on and on and on. You know, it's for your own mental health and your peace being. You can't just be taking on this person's work, that person's work, and nobody ain't taking yours on. No, it's enough. It's enough.
And it's not like you're being compensated for that.
Nope.
You're not getting extra pay. You're not getting a pat on the back. You're not getting a thank you. You're not getting a card. You're not getting nothing. You're just getting more headache.
No, it's not worth it. No. So those who are out there, if you feel like you're bleeding out that person and you can't take the job, leave it. There's 1,001 person that wants your position in that job.
Not necessarily leave. That is a bit harsh. But fix up.
Yeah. But you've had enough time to fix up. That's the thing about it.
Leave.
Yeah. But
no one's just going to up and walk out the job.
No.
Realistically.
That's true enough. But
as long as they can get away with it, they'll try.
They'll keep on doing it. And how much more must you take as an individual or as a manager constantly? No, you're taking the mick. You're taking somebody's kind of...
just a colleague. Don't even have to be a manager. It could be someone that you're working with.
Yeah.
It could just anyone within the workforce.
Yeah.
It's like respect.
Just respect.
Especially when people give you chances.
Yeah, it's enough. you know, if it's me, if I've given you one chance, that's it. You don't get a second or third with me. That's it. Nope, I'm not longing that off. And that's how I was in my working life. In the end, I will not give you a second or third chance. That's it. And you will see the relationship different, because I will just be looking at you with, not with a side eye, with full eyes. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's enough. It's only
I've
so.
seen a lot of people who don't do what they're supposed to do in the work environment.
Yeah.
A lot of managers or superiors will give them that one chance.
Yeah.
And after that one chance is done, they start to pinpoint every little thing that you do. Every little thing you do wrong, they write it down.
Yeah.
They start to record every issue. You could cough.
Yeah. And you coughed at that time.
Yeah. You could speak the wrong way. They write that down. Then they're gonna put target. They're gonna target you.
Yeah. And it's not good for your. It's not good for your CV. It's not good for your working progress when you've got those things. You know, you think you're getting away with it now, but later on, as you get older or whatever, as you want to go up the ranks in any other job, that will be carrying with you. So if I was like anybody out there, fix up or leave. It's simple as that.
Yeah.
You know, it's simple.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
Also, at the same time, like you were mentioning earlier, mental health.
Yeah.
Or mental. A lot of people are going through
mental poor health. I call it now. Mental poor health. Yeah.
A lot of people are going through that behind closed doors.
Yeah.
So I understand that could be a reason.
That could be a reason, but I mean, talk to someone.
You need to work on yourself.
Yeah.
Because usually the reason why people don't do what they're supposed to do is because they don't feel happy with who they are.
Yeah.
Or they're hiding something.
Yeah. But you can't be bringing all of that. Like I said earlier, you cannot be bringing that into work. Nobody wants to hear about your problems in work. The whole point of work is to earn money and to get away from whatever's happening, you know.
It's work. The clue's in the name. Work.
Work. Yeah, it's not about you coming and talking about this and that. You can't get babysitter. Nobody wants to hear you have to feed your husband. You have to do... No one wants to hear it. It's not a topic of the day. The topic of the day is, what time are we going to have our lunch? What time are we going to see these customers? What time? That's the topic of the day. Yeah. You know, everything else is for another day. You know, we don't come into work to be talking about our problems. It doesn't make sense. Stay at home. You know?
Exactly. But I feel like the reason why people may do that is because they haven't got no one else to vent to.
Yeah, but there's a time and a place. When work is work, if it's 9 to 5, that's work. After 5, we can talk. But in between then, you know, there's no time for that right now. You know, it's simple as that. Because otherwise everybody will be coming in with their problems, and then nothing will be getting done. You know, then everybody will be targeted. So, you know, there has to be a fine line.
I agree.
You
know?
know?
I understand it's a sensitive time at the same time.
Yeah.
So anyone who is going through mental poor health.
Yes.
And they're in this scenario. It's not black or white.
Yeah.
It's not a black and white situation. It's like, work on yourself.
Yeah.
The right way you need to be.
And seek for help outside of your work. Seek for help. But do not come into work because you're bombarding someone else with that problem and they still have to do the work. You know? Work is like an escapism as well. So you go to work.
Remember,
if it's,
at the same time, hurt people.
Yeah. So stop it, hurt people. I don't want it. I've had it in my youth. I've had it. And I don't want it.
We got to be sensitive when it comes to like mental poor health. Yeah. We got to be kind of sensitive with it.
Yeah, of course.
Like I said, it's not straight black and white, like fix up or leave.
No.
But it's like work on yourself, and if you can't do that, then maybe this ain't for you.
It's not for you. But do not come there and bombard people with it, because you don't know that whatever. If I came into your workplace and come with, oh, I got this, I got that, I got this. I don't know what you're going through. So I would rather wait until after 5. Can we have a talk? Or can you listen to me a minute? Instead of in that working space to come with that whole, start your day off wrong, you know, because that puts you in the mood. You're not good with the customers or the patients or the clients or whatever, however the work is, because you're having that, you're carrying that load and your own load. No, be a bit more kinder to others. Because again, we don't know what everyone's going through, but we don't need to hear it between 9 and 5 or 8 till 4 or on a night shift. We don't want to hear it.
The right word is be mindful.
Yes, indeed. And if you want to talk to someone,
if you see someone's working very hard, don't come. That's not the moment where you come
and load it
venting
off.
your problems.
No. Come and talk after, talk in a break, or talk after the shift is finished, or however it is. But not in between that. The employer pays you to work for those hours. They don't talk for you to be talking around and, oh, I'm going through this, my girlfriend, my this, my boyfriend, my that. They don't want to hear it. They don't care. They only care about the work that you're producing. If you get that in your head, then you'll know how to just navigate yourself better. You know? Nobody wants to hear it. They'll hear it from, okay, but can you still get to work at 9 o'clock? That's how your employer will be talking to you. They don't want to hear it. They do not want to hear it.
It's not their problem.
It's not their problem. And if they're not taking it as their problem, stop giving it to your colleagues as a problem. Talk to your colleague after the 5. If you finish at 5, if you finish at 9, whatever. But stop doing it in the working time. The employer pays you to work from that time to that time. They don't pay you to come and talk about your problem in between that time and that time. You know, they don't do it. And in order for the workforce to keep moving and you're working as a team, you have to abide by the rules. You have to abide by the rules. Otherwise, come out of the job. It's as simple as that. You know, there's no more Mr. Nice or Mrs. Nice and saying, oh, yeah. We all got our problems. I can come in and have a whole bag of problems. But I will rather get on with it, have a better day than I did yesterday, instead of coming and talking about this, that, and other, which doesn't comply with my work. You know, how can I concentrate on a patient? I had a patient load of 100 patients. I had to bleed every day. I didn't have time to be sitting down and telling them, oh, you know what, I'm going through this. No, I've got to get that job done, file up their notes, make sure their blood's taken correctly, and so I make no mistakes. Do you understand? So that time, from that time, is the time that I've been paid for as an employee, not to be, you know, you say hello to your patient. I'm just giving you an example how the work was for me. I didn't have that time to be coming and telling you about my bag of problems when I've got 100 patients to see. No.
Yeah.
You know? And even when I had a break. Sorry, go ahead.
With that being said.
Yes.
Recently, I don't know if you watched the new Chris Rock special.
No, I haven't.
And he kind of speaks on this.
Yeah.
From another aspect.
Okay.
The whole situation with him and Will Smith.
Yeah.
He said in his new special, he said he wasn't going to go on Gayle King and Oprah Winfrey and all these shows and cry about being a victim.
Yeah.
He don't move like that. That's why he kept quiet for the whole year.
Look at that.
Because he's not trying to play a victim.
You see? So people should learn from that. People should learn.
Crying out.
Yeah.
Like, please help me. I got hurt. I done this.
Yeah.
He'll eat it up. Hold it. You have to take that L. Like, hold it.
Yeah.
Then he came and he finally spoke about it.
Look at that.
So I'm saying that to say, whatever you're going through, not everything needs to be said.
No. That's
I
right.
understand you need to talk to someone, but
not in the work.
Right place and right time.
Not in your
Don't
work
just
time.
go to any and anyone and speak your business.
Nah. And especially in your work time, when an employer, imagine if people out there, if you had your own business, would you want your employees to come in and just be yabba and not getting your work done? No, because you still would have to pay them, and that's your own business. If you look at it like that, you'll be a bit more considerate. You'll be a bit more considerate if that's your own business. I tell you that for nothing.
The reality is, most people just genuinely don't care where they work at.
Yeah.
They don't respect the job.
No.
And is that a job problem? Is that a recruitment problem? That could be anything?
I think it's a they problem. It's a they problem because you come to work. Work for me, work is an escapism from all the problems. You know, even though you might not like what you're doing, but at least you're getting away from that moment of whatever drama you're going through. But I'm not going to come into my workplace to be talking about the A's and the B's and the C's and the D's. For sympathy for this and that. Nope, I'm going to get on with my work.
You got problems at home.
At home,
you got problems
at work. It doesn't make sense. So I don't want to be. I don't want my mental health.
People you're blaming, or is it you?
Yeah. And if you can't go to the direct person that's giving you this problem, stop going to work and giving it. You know, there must be someone behind or something behind it. Go and seek them. Why don't people go and seek that?
Projecting your problems elsewhere onto people that you're close to.
That you're close to. And like you said earlier, hurt people. And I don't want it because I had it in my youth. Hurt people coming to hurt. I don't want no more of it. I refuse. I take it and I rebuke it back to you. I ain't taking it. No. I'm not taking it. I'm not taking it. You know? Oh, this is a great conversation. Wow. You really made my morning, Mr. X.
That being said, I need to get to work.
Okay. So hopefully... I hope you carry this information to yourself and not come into your workplace with any, you know, cock and bull, as they say.
Thank you. I listen to your morning show every morning.
Thank you.
I appreciate you as a host.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
I love the music and the songs that you play.
Oh, I'll be playing a very special song in a moment.
Your perspective on things.
Yeah, thank you.
So yeah, I just want to say I appreciate your show.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
And I'll be listening.
Thank you ever so much.
Thank you for having me on.
Yeah, and have a great day and be stress-free. Do not take nothing what you can't manage. You heard it here from Goddess Jazzy.
Yeah. I'll say that Goddess Jazzy told me.
That's right. You send them to me and I'll give it to them. Once only and that's it. And that's a wife for that when I said give it to them.
Thank you. Have a great show.
And you. Thank you. Have a great day at work as well.
Listen next week.
Okay then. Thank you so much. Take care. Lots of love. See you again. Take care. Bye. So there we have it, people. That was my caller, and we were talking about icks in work, people bringing their problems to work. And yeah, you know, he gave us some great insight into it. Yeah, so the new thing I'm going to put in front of mental health now is poor mental health. How is your poor mental health doing? That way we want to get you to better mental health. Do you know what I mean? Another thing I want to take from the caller, he said, listen to learn to act, and act off what you learn, which is good. And compromise in comprehension. He said comprehension in communication. Those are the facts that I've written down. So before I was going to say thingy, but that's not professional. But I just need to play this song. I played it last week, as you know, and I danced to it, and I'm going to play it again. And you know, I will be dancing to it again. 1 second, hold on, let me just get it up. I just love it. I do. You know what song it is, hold on. Right, I'm going to play this song. I'm going to turn it up. And this is Look Around by Shaq. And I hope you enjoy. Welcome back. That was Look Around. Oh, I wish the song was longer. You know, I have to play it one more time. Oh my God. I love it. I do. It's such a happy song. So I'm going to play it for one more time. So get up and dance like I did. 1 second. Here we go now. Here we go. This again is by Shaq and it's called Look Around. Happy-go-lucky song. And I'll play it for the second time because I enjoy it so much. Here we go. Welcome back, welcome back. I had to play it twice because the tune is so nice. That was Look Around by Shaq. The song is such a happy-go-lucky song that I had to play it twice. And I had to get up and dance it twice. I'm out of breath. I am out of breath. Look around, he says. Look around, look around, look around. I love it. I love it. I want to thank you for my caller that came in and shared a little conversation with me. We talked about icks today, you know, what icks you. And the thing was the ick of the day. So there you have it. My icks are birthdays. When it's your birthday, let's celebrate that person or your solar return. Let's stop making it about you and the outside people. It's about that person. Talk about when they were born. Talk about a memory that you remember about them. But stop talking about yourself in that conversation. That is their day. So understand it today, as I say it, when it's their day. It's their day. And like I said, it's my son's birthday this month. And I want you to only talk about his day. And anyone else's day, it's another day. Yeah? I don't want to hear about no one else's. This, their hair, their nose, their smoke, their this. Nothing. That will be his day. And that will be my day because that's the day I gave birth to him. You know? So, yeah. So I don't want to hear about other people's problem on that. That's the ick. The other ick of the day was working with people that are not being team members, you know, just expecting you to take everything and do it, especially if you're a senior position. Stop it. That's an ick. We don't like it. If you want to get on in this world, you need to work together. If not, step. You know, there's 1001 people that will take the job. Otherwise, you lose that friendship with that person that you've made friends with within your work because you're not doing the job and they will see through you. That's another ick. And a next ick again is jealousy. Stop it. I wish it was never invented. I wish it was never invented. I was told that I speak about jealousy so much that once you speak, the person that speaks about it is a person that's jealous, which I think is a real lie because I have never suffered from jealousy or envy of nobody. If anything, I love what people do. I think jealousy is such a horrible disease. I don't like it. I don't like someone to be jealous around me. I don't like to see it. I don't like to see people envious around me. I don't like it. I just don't like those things. I just think it's a nasty disease and there's better things to do than to be jealous over anything. It doesn't make sense to me. It never has, never will. I'll never make it a normal thing for me to be. What was the other ick of the day? Well, and again, like I said, I think I'm going to add this into the mental health speak. When I speak the words, I'm going to say, how is your mental poor health? Because obviously you're in poor health mentally. So instead of us saying, how's your mental health? It can't be healthy. So we'll see. I will ask, how's your mental poor health in order for your mental health to be good, if that makes sense. I hope it does somewhere. I think that's more conducive to say as opposed to how is your mental health. It's as though you're taking the mick a bit. How's mental health? Oh, hee hee. No, it's not that. You know, how is your mental poor health doing? And are you getting any better? So on that note, I want to say thank you for my caller for calling in and having a conversation with me. Kept my company today because maybe I was rabbiting on a bit much. I hope you enjoyed the music. And again, I want to give thanks to each and every person that's come on the show, shared their journey, shared their story with me wholeheartedly. Thank you so, so much. Each one, teach one. You've taught me something from your story. I appreciate you and I love you and I'm very, very grateful for all the time you spent with me on a conversation. And just to reiterate that whenever you come here, it's a safe place Don't ever feel that there's any judgment of any kind. I don't care what color, domination, sexual, it doesn't for me. I don't care. I love you all. And I just want to say thank you for taking time out. Thank you for the people that have brought me gifts as well. Thank you so much. You know, I never expected it. I don't expect them, but I'm so, so grateful. Whether it was a book, shout out to Simona Nash for her book, my very first black book that I ever received. Thank you ever so much. Thank you for outfits from one of my guests, one of my football nephews. I call him. Thank you so much for that attire. Other stuff that you've given me, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Honest to God, I really, really, really appreciate it, and I'm very, very touched and very, very grateful. You know, very, very grateful. So until next week, have a great week. Don't bother the boss unless you've got something productive to say and do. Don't be lazy in work. Do your work. That's what you get paid for. If you don't like your work, step. There's 1,001 people that want to take that position. Yeah. Help somebody out. Say something nice to someone today. If you're on the road and you see someone, say hello. You don't know what difference that makes to somebody. You know. Yeah. So stay safe. Be good. Keep smiling. Show love, because the world is we're already in a bad place as it is. But just make it better by saying hello to an elder, to a young person, to anybody, to a homeless person. Say hello. Give them that smile, you know, and everything else. And keep tuning in to the Goddess Jazzy Show every Tuesday, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. with your host, Goddess Jazzy. Yeah, we'll be dancing together. We may be crying together. We'll be debating and we'll have conversation, you know. And I just want to say thank you all for tuning in on Facebook Live, on my Goddess Jazzy Media, and my Goddess Queen, Jazzy Queen, on my other Instagram Live as well. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. And until next week, lots of love, kisses, and prayer. Mwah.